Okay, so hi everybody. So we are back. What we are planning to do now is to add photo etch parts to the body armor. So this particular piece, which is the back of the body, I've already completed painting it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna add some photo etch parts. So with photo etch parts, what you can do is use those super glue, 3-second glue. Okay, but don't apply directly onto the parts. Normally I just squeeze it a bit on a container or a plate. Okay, and then for this particular piece is 2mm, so what I'm gonna be using is this 2mm piece. Okay. Okay. So I'm not gonna lift it up yet. So what I'm gonna do is take a toothpick, okay, dab a bit of the super glue, apply it on the part, that the location that you want to place it. Lift up your photo etch parts and gently, carefully put it in there. Okay. Okay, sorry, this is not 2mm. This is 2mm. Okay, give it a gentle tap and you're done. So let me put this back. Okay, and then we'll move on to the next piece. The alignment of the screws, right, the positioning is up to you. I normally like to position them in like cross shape, so X here, then the other two shapes, the other three, it will be placed in that direction to form an X. This is just personal preference, but again, if you have all the screws going in one side, it looks kind of odd. So it's just like a random positioning. Okay, second piece, give it a tap, we're done. You don't need to apply a lot of glue because it's so light, so a little bit to make it adhere to the piece will do. A slight contact, it wouldn't drop off. Yeah, so don't worry about just a few dots of glue. It'll work just fine. Okay. And you have to be really careful, because if you smudge the glue, you're gonna ruin your paintwork. So make sure you don't smudge the glue. You would have noticed that I've already panel lined the insides of the circle. You can do that, or you don't need to really do that. It's up to you. It's a personal preference, because if the parts is really fitting, right, you won't even see it. So in this case, it's just a slight shadow around the ring, so it's just to enhance the look. Okay, that's it, and we are done. And very carefully remove your super glue. I've made a mistake of actually my finger contacting the super glue and accidentally touching the part. Then you really have to start all over again for that part. You even have to sand it down and all that. Okay, you can see this, hopefully. There's one piece done. Okay. Hey guys, okay, so we have come to the end of our body unit assembly. So I've already completed painting, decaling and all those stuff for all the body armor parts, and now we'll be putting everything back onto the main body unit. Okay. One thing you have to note with this is that if you follow the instructions closely, right, what it mentions is that put the body armor for the main body unit first before you attach the head unit. So don't do that, because what will happen is when you put the head unit in, right, it's going to scratch at the sides of the body armor. So instead, reverse the flow, put the head unit into the body inner frame first, and then start attaching the external body armor. Okay, so I'm just gonna put all this back. So that's the side, very carefully. Okay, the fitment for this conversion kit is actually perfect. I found it to be even better than the Zaku Warrior that I did in my previous build. So look, it's perfect, and it doesn't scratch or anything like that. So I'm really happy with this kit so far up to this stage. Okay, so now I got to put the bottom unit. Okay, I'm wearing gloves because I do not want any damage to the paint from my oily hands or fingers or anything like that, because you never know, right? So just to be on the safe side, I'm wearing gloves to reassemble everything. Okay. That's the cockpit hatch. Okay. And that's the main front unit. Okay. So this, always check to make sure that it's not scraping or anything like that, because the last thing we want is to see scratch marks on your all your effort being put into building the kit. Okay. Yeah, I might actually leave this open and it will look nicer rather than closing it up. All those details will be gone. What a waste. I think I'll leave it half open. This is supposed to cover it up. Okay. And this is supposed to close it. Bye bye details. So yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll just keep it open a bit to review some of the details inside. That looks better. Okay, so that's the end of this body unit. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and we'll catch up on the next one, which will be the waist unit. Okay, thanks guys for following, and do subscribe and give me a like if you feel that this has been a useful series, and hopefully we can continue to do this with more kits coming up. Thanks guys.